Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I want to show you how you can set up the 3-tier, 4-tier shelf unit greenhouses so that they are a little more secure so they won't fall over, so they'll stay warmer inside, and also how to set it up as a hardening off station using the shade cloth. First thing is you want to seal the bottom of these tiered greenhouses. And I use bubble wrap. This bubble wrap I order online, but you can find it anywhere. If you don't have bubble wrap, use a piece of cloth. You can even use trash bags. These are 12 inches, so it's 1, 2, I secure it together with duct tape. There would be a third row of plastic right here, and then it just goes into the bottom of the greenhouse with enough on the edges so that I can go up about 12 inches high. And you just tape it down just like that, and that will seal the bottom. The cool air will not flow up into it, especially if you have it on the deck. You want to do this even on the ground. You don't want the cool air coming in. So if it gets down to 30 degrees, 29 degrees, this will stay warmer because you sealed the bottom. Now you definitely want to put weight at the bottom. You can put 40-pound bag of topsoil. You can use bricks. I'm using 10 bricks. You definitely have to weight the bottom down. The weight of the soil will not keep this from blowing over. I learned from experience that that just doesn't work. You have to have at least 30 pounds, if not more, down at the bottom. I like using the bricks because it's nice and flat, and I can put some more of my transplants and seed starts down there. The wire shelving unit, the top part that goes on there, is very slippery, and they have fallen off before. So put a piece of duct tape around the wire shelving unit and just attach it just like that. That will save you some heartache, and I've learned all that really from experience. Now, when you're growing any plant indoors, it is not acclimated to the sun, wind, and cold temperature, and that's called the hardening off process. You have to slowly bring your plants outside from indoors and get them used to the elements, and that's usually about an hour or two each day over a week's period of time, and over that week you increase the amount of time that they're in the sun. I can't give you an exact recipe. For instance, today is full sun. With full sun, an hour or two is all they need. If it was a totally overcast day, they could really stay out pretty much all day. And if you're hardening the plants off, let's just say when you have 3 days of full sun, the process is different if you have 3 days of rain. So bottom line is you have to make sure they get used to the sun and the elements. You usually have to do it over a week's time, and it varies. But with this shelving unit, I can set this up so that over here to the left is where my afternoon sun is. So you set up your greenhouse just like that. This is weed block, and the key to this is really make it the length of the greenhouse. Put a stick down here and duct tape it across. This way it doesn't blow around as easily and it stays open. After about an hour or two of the full sun coming in, I just take the shade cloth and flip it over to the other side. And the stick down at the bottom will keep that open so the wind doesn't close it up. And it'll stay just like that. And you can see now the shade is falling across most of the plants. Now in a little bit the sun will get a little more further down the line, and that will be all blocked out. Make sure you tape the top down in several different areas. You don't want the wind to come and peel this off, and then all of a sudden your plants are exposed. This is one really easy way to convert this over to sort of a hardening off station. If not, you have to bring these flats in, you know, after an hour or two, put them back in your house, bring them out the next day, and this will really save you a lot of work. Hope this gives you some ideas of how to get your tiered shelving unit greenhouse set up for the spring, also how to use it as a hardening off center. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com, and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.